Hi, my name is Mario Knight and I'm another Bajan. Back in reception, I remember there were children who were very good at drawing, and this one person, Alex, he was very, very good, and I couldn't draw at all. I was just horrible or average or whatever the case is. And he was really, really good, almost too good for a 5-6-year-old. He would draw cartoon characters like Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny, that kind of stuff, because we grew up on those. It was really good. And I always said, you know what, I would love to be an artist. I want to be an artist, but I could not draw at all. And a few others was good. I know I used to always admire them and his drawings. And one day I went home and I prayed to God. I said, God, I want to be an artist, make me an artist. I remember doing this, and I'm sure I probably did it a couple times. And sure enough, nothing had happened. You know what I mean? This was probably 5-6 years old. I was praying because I really admired the talents and everything. This is when it was at Charles F. Broome, because I spent 1.5 years at Charles F. Broome. A couple of years later, I did move on to another school at the People's Cathedral. So when I was 9-10 years old, I think that was class 3. There was one of my friends. He had a book. It was a Jurassic Park book where you have puzzles and different stuff and everything, activity book. And I was going through it, and I saw, someone actually drew a dinosaur, because on one side you had a grid. There was this T-Rex. Somebody drew in it. It was not so good. So I asked him, you mind if I, redraw this, recreate this? Because I was always a technical person. I was a technical thinker. So I look at the grids and I look at the line work and everything, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna reproduce this the same way. And that, mind you, I'm terrible at drawing, terrible at art. Anyhow, so I sat down and I reproduced this thing, and it looked, in my opinion, picture perfect. It was really, really good. I was blown away by it. I showed him, he was freaking out. Everybody was like, yo, this is really, really good. Mind you, I wasn't good at art, so it was just I moved from not being good at art to suddenly reproducing this thing with a lot of detail, really, really good. And from then on, it was I was just known as the artist. And from then, I don't know what happened, but at that point, from then, I was just known as the artist. And it took me a good few years to really look back and see how those two things were connected. Probably, I would say 5-6 years ago was when I thought back to the day that I was known as the artist, and the day that I actually prayed to God when I was 5 years old. I'm like, wow, he actually did come true for me. Not immediately, and that was the beginning of me and my journey into art and creativity, etc. And from then I was always known as the artist at school. You know what, he's gonna do really good at art, he's gonna be best in class, and that's pretty much how that transition happened. My name is Mario Knight. I'm a motivator, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a child of Elohim, and I'm also a proud tourism player, and I'm another Bajan.